Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Align with Your Divine. Hello. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook going. I'm so excited for today. I cannot tell you. I was getting ready just before the call, and just all this infinite intelligence just started pouring in. So I cannot wait for today, and I cannot wait to help you really start to tap in to this feeling of who you really are. Okay, so if you're joining us, hello. If this is the first time that you're joining Align with Your Divine, welcome. It's okay. It's perfect. Trust that you are in the perfect place right now. And just pop me a hello. If you're joining, just pop it in the comments. Welcome. Good morning. Hello, Lauren. So good to see you again. Look, these 3 days, these 3 hours are all about you really connecting to who you truly are, okay? To who you are. And I know that once you feel this feeling, you're now going to know the difference between when you're being yourself and when you're not. And the magic happens when you're in alignment with who you are. Okay. Hello, gang. Hello, Elsa. Welcome, beautiful. So good to see you. Okay. So, well, how was day 1? If you guys were on and if you have listened, I got you to write out what the qualities are that you don't love about yourself. Okay. The qualities you don't love about yourself and the qualities that you do. And I then got you to look at the qualities that you don't particularly love about yourself that you feel are limiting, and look for the positives. Because if you will look for them, you're going to start to find them. And there were things that came up yesterday, right? Hello, yes, I am on YouTube too, which is awesome. The biggest thing here is for you to start to shift your perception about yourself. Okay. The more you shift your perception of yourself and start to align with your true self, you're going to start to connect with your power. And when you're connected with your power and you have intention and you're thinking from the end, you are a force to be reckoned with. There is absolutely nothing that's going to get in the way because you have the whole universe that you are plugged into working to and through you. Okay. Hello, Edgar. Good to see you. Welcome. Finding the positive in the limiting was so good. That's awesome. This is where we're starting to accept all of us, all aspects, It's not about avoiding or feeling like these parts of us are inferior. Wholeness and really feeling happy where you are without needing anything else is about accepting all facets of you. It doesn't mean that you don't want to improve. All it means is that you stop judging yourself. All it means is that you stop beating yourself up or picking on yourself. You see what has served you, and then you choose to move forward. Then you choose what you would love more of, what you want to inflate, what you want to express more of. Okay. And some things came up. I know they did. I came up with a lot of good qualities and found positives in the smaller negative list. How amazing is that when you can do that? Now, I know there was probably a couple of people yesterday that doubt, that self-doubt, that is let's say a quality, the person who doubts themselves all the time. How is that a positive thing? How can doubting be a positive thing? Well, there's so many ways that A can protect you from things, right? Now, here's the interesting thing. When I think about that, what's a positive in doubt? Well, when you tend to doubt yourself so much, and I could imagine all of you have been at a point where you go, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do this anyway. And in fact, you go against that because you've had enough of it. So that doubt has, in a sense, been there for you to ignite, for you to go, hang on a second. This is done. The truth are you the version that doubts? Or is that just a habit that you have? Is that just something that you haven't even realized that you've been doing? Is that something that's actually been holding you back from connecting with who you are? So, some of these things that you wrote down aren't even who you are. Okay. Some of these things you wrote down, like the procrastinator and the person who's loud, they're not who you are, but there's positive in everything. What I got you to do yesterday is to look for the positive, because you will find it in every person, in everything. And when you can find that positive in everything and every person, you will start to plug into that positive stream of life. And only abundance is going to start to flow because you're feeling good. You're feeling good. You're plugged into the joy. You're not noticing what's wrong. You're noticing what's right and what's good about it. It's as simple as, oh my gosh, like I was meant to get up at this time and I slept in. Well, my body must have needed that. And guess what? When you're doing something this evening, you have even more energy because you had more rest. See, there's a sunny side to everything and every part of us. We must embrace it. We must look for it. But today, we're going deeper. Today, we're going to challenge who you are. So, my question for you is, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Are you those things you wrote down yesterday? Are you loud? Are you procrastinator? Are you da da da? And the positive things. Who are you? This is me challenging you to start to think and feel who you are. So let me bring something to your attention. Let's look at this, because we've got to peel the layers away. If we want to stay connected to our power, if we want to feel this power and feel the love, the prosperity, the abundance, all that is good within us, right? So this is that what I call like the first step, which is the main step. Now, if you have calibrated your mind to the right thinking, you're plugged in and aligned with who you are. You're aligned with your divine. You're thinking the right way. Can you see how it's inevitable? Not only are you loving life, feeling happy, whole, complete, bliss, joy, all that is good, you are also in such a beautiful vibration with the right thinking, the right calibration of your frequency. You now attract everything that you desire with ease, with love, with joy, and it's momentum in the right way. If you've lost this momentum, this is the call to help you. Okay? This is where it's at. So align with your divine is all about that first step. And that's exactly what I teach. I don't just teach people about the right thinking, because if you're just trying to think thoughts, yes, I am happy, I am wealthy, I'm a champion, all from the goal, but you're not plugged in, can you see you're missing the power? It's like running on a treadmill, right? And it's not even plugged in. It's like vacuuming the house and it's not plugged in. We've got to plug in and stay plugged in. Okay. How do we do that? We've got to get all the other stuff out the way. It's not that we've got to go anywhere. We've got to do something. We have to connect to who we are. And it's not done through force. And it's not done with anything other than a recognition of our power. It's a recognition. And if doubt and worry and all stress and all these heavy energies have been a big part of your life, know that they're not who you are. However, we've got to release all that. We've got to unlearn that. We've got to let that go, right? And then, of course, the mindset. Mindset is the thing that's going to get you to what you want, the right thinking, the right feeling that's going to help you take those inspired actions that yield successful results. But I really wanted to work on this with my beautiful community, because I know that without this alignment, we are doing the hard stuff without enjoying the journey. And what the heck is the point if you're not loving your day, if you're not loving yourself, and if you're not feeling good within yourself? To me, that's pointless, right? So let's come back here. Right, let's come back here. I've begun asking myself this every morning during meditation. Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Okay, let's go deeper with this. So some of you wrote doubting. Why do you doubt? Okay, let's go there. Everyone at some point has doubted themselves or something. Okay, so think of something in your life. I need you to come with me on this journey. Okay, think of something, maybe it's in your past or you're currently doubting something. Okay, go there because it's through this that you're going to experience it. Okay, you're doubting. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of that's coming up? Think about it. What are you doubting? That you're not good enough, that the universe isn't going to supply it for you, that it's not going to work? What are you actually afraid of? We only doubt when there's fear. And I'm going to give you a huge revelation. You are not fear. You are pure perfection and you are love. And where there's love, there's no fear. So if you're in harmony with who you are, if you're in alignment with your divine, you are not in fear. Can you see that? When you feel who you are, there is no fear. Wow. Isn't that interesting? So what is fear? Okay. Fear starts with these doubts. It starts with this thinking. Okay. But fear is not who you are. Let's go deeper than this. Seeking attention. Okay. Let's say that's something you've recognized. You know what? I have to acknowledge you guys. I love you all for your vulnerability. This is what it takes for transformation. Thinking you know it all, thinking you got it all together, thinking there's nothing to change, thinking all of these things like, no, I'm good. I don't need to grow, right? It takes vulnerability to grow. And the person who's able to lovingly be vulnerable and release through feeling, let go, goes through transformation so much quicker and grows more in their lifetime. You can grow more in 6 months than you have in 10 years. It's going to require you to be vulnerable and not think that vulnerability is a bad thing. Not also find the pity in yourself and try to look for all the problems. No, it's like self-awareness. Yeah, I've noticed that. But you're in this loving energy. You're in a positive energy with self-awareness. That's the game. That's the beauty, the beautiful spot to be in. Okay. So I just want to acknowledge that for every one of you. So let's say here you are, you've noticed you seek attention. Maybe it's through what you wear.Maybe it's trying to be the loudest in the room. Maybe you're trying to, outdo others with things. Whatever it is, notice it. What's coming up? Why do I feel I need to do this? I'm afraid. What are you afraid of? Not feeling worthy enough as I am. Not feeling that who I am with what I have right now is enough. Fear, bang, that's the game there. Can you start to see the pattern? Okay, procrastination. I notice I procrastinate. I do some things that are comfortable, but when it comes to other things, there's a procrastination. Go deeper. Why do you procrastinate? What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of failing, afraid of looking bad. I'm afraid it's not going to work. I'm afraid that I'm going to lose what I have. I'm afraid that I'll start and I'll quit. What's that mean? That I'm not good enough. Can we really start to see actually what's going on? Too many people are disconnected from who they are. And 99% of their life is lived disconnected with who they are. So they're living a lie. Can we see that? And I can attest to that. I am living less of the lie more and more in my truth, feeling who I am more and more. Okay? And that's the place we want to be. That's the place we want to be, where we are connected to who we are. The procrastination is not who you are. It's a mask to hide who you are. Why? Well, it's a habit. But remember this, you are not fear. So if you look at that list you wrote yesterday, just think of some of those things. Ask yourself, is this who I am? Or is this what I've been doing? Because there is a huge difference between who you are and what you have and what you do. They do not define you. And when you stop defining yourself based on the actions you take, the things that you have, okay, you are going to start to feel love for yourself that's unconditional. You are not conditional with your worthiness because you have this car or you have this income or you have this marital status. They do not define who you are because you know who you are with or without those things. Now, the more you connect and feel who you are and desire these things, whatever your desires may be, honor them, then you're going to start to notice that, I've been desiring that thing because I thought that it would make me feel more worthy once I had it. On the way to having that, I've become this person who feels worthy to have that. I don't care if I don't have it anymore. It doesn't define my worthiness anymore. And just like that, it doesn't own you. And if you still desire to have it, you have it because you love it. But can you see that the feelings you have about yourself do not change? And this is connected to prosperity. This is alignment. Because if the bank account changes, if the possessions change, if things change, your love for yourself does not. Your feelings of love and power and worthiness do not change. And guess what happens? It's a consciousness that you have. So even if these things, let's say, momentarily leave, you know who you are. Something even greater comes back in your life. And this is the game of life. This is the way I see it. When you align with your divine, you are not chasing things. You are no longer chasing recognition because your ego is not in control anymore. Now, how do we get here? Like, that's probably something you might be thinking, oh my goodness, right? Like Lucy, I try to keep connecting to the feeling of being me, love and light. And that's who we are. That's it. I love that you've mentioned that. It is love, it is light, and it is power. It's the feminine and the masculine. Now, when I started, just before, it was probably 40 minutes ago, I put pen to paper and I wrote down, who are you really? Who are you? And this is what came up. And I just want to read it to you because this was inspired writing. And this is specifically, if you are listening to this, this is for you, okay? This is exactly for you because I do not believe in accidents. I believe in perfection. When we get out the way and stop trying to control how it's done, perfection can flow through, but we must be connected and get out of that control. Control is fear, ego. Can we see the difference? Let's come back to who we are, okay? So who are you? Have you forgotten? Why do you hide me? Why do you hold back? What are you afraid of? Do you realize you are not fear? You are you. So who are you? It's not who you thought you have been. You are not weak or broken or inferior or unworthy. You are you. Who are you? Stand in who you are. Who are you? You are all that is good. You are all that is powerful. You are love and power. You do not need power or have power. You are power. Power is humble yet infinite. Who are you? Who are you? I want you to just right now start writing, start typing or writing. Who are you? Go there now. Connect and just write what comes. Zero judgment, zero thought. Right, go. Who are you? Who are you? Keep going there. This is a feeling exercise, not intellectual. Who are you? Connect, go. Who are you? I am, ... I am, go. This can be an emotional exercise for some of you. That's a good thing. It means I'm cracking the egg open, okay? Who are you? And for some of you, you might be sitting there in silence for the first time in a while. Because for the first time, you've stopped judging yourself. For some of you, you feel it. Who are you? I'd love you to share, if you can, what comes up. I want this to be an impact in the best possible way. So from this point forward, you feel something. You feel who you are on a deeper level than ever before. Okay, I'll give you guys a chance. Who are you? I'm proud. I'm proud. Okay, so Stephen, I'm going to help you here. I'm proud. Anything after that is intellect. You're justifying why you're proud. Just stay with the proud. I am. Boom. Can we go there? See, who we are is perfect. Who we are is power. Who we are is perfection and light and beauty and strength and all that is good. Who are you? No need to justify yourself anymore. I want you all to unsubscribe to the justification that you keep making, because on a deeper level, there's a feeling of unworthiness that you still feel you need to justify. No. Stay in who you are and there will be no need to justify. Stay in who you are and you won't fall in fear. Stay in who you are and you won't need to justify anything anymore. An extension of spirit, a channel of love. So keep it in the power, keep it without the intellect. So let's go deeper. I'm proud. I am spirit. I am love. Okay. Let's keep it potent and not dilute it with language, if that makes sense. Keep it in its potency, because who you are, can you see the language of who we are is not long, right? They're just potent feelings of who we are. And the more often we stay in here without words, I promise you that power is going to channel to and through you, right? I'm light. I'm divine. I am love. I am you. You are me. I love this, right? So much connection. Can you feel it? I am me, right? What is it? I am God. God is love. I am love. No separation. Okay, I'm everything. I'm whole. I'm divine. Okay, so I love that. So keep it with the I love the I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. This is who we are. I am perfection. I am love. I am light. I am proud. I am worthy. I am pure. I am powerful. I am. I want you guys keep going there. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? So, some of you, and that's okay, all right? Some of you are still, because you've spent your whole life doing this, trying to figure out who you are intellectually, that you're adding intellect to this connection of who you are. Pull it all away. I want, like, we're stripping layers here right now. Pull it all away, and you will not find that there is any fear left. There is only pure faith, because in this place, that's where faith lives. Okay? And so many of you are serious students of life and of manifestation and are coached, right? And some of you are coaches. So here's the thing: for you to start excelling and thriving and attracting even greater abundance, it's as simple as peeling away all the justification, all the intellect, not trying to get better at being faithful or feeling faith, not trying to eliminate fear. It's connecting to who you are. And in this energy, you don't need to find yourself, because you are yourself. You know, don't need to get something, because you already are. Can we see the wholeness resides in this place, right? So even like, I'm thinking of, I love, Susan, that you've said this, I'm an extension of spirit. And these are things we've been taught. But I want us to see if we can go beyond what you've ever learnt in your head and my head, go beyond the books, go beyond what you've written down as notes, go beyond what you've heard about who you are. And I want you to be who you are now, even if it's for a split second. There's no thought when you're connected to who you are, because it's a being, it's an energy, it's a feeling that is beyond words. Language is what we use to try and articulate and communicate on intellectual levels, but we are not intellect. We are pure perfection. We are spirit. We are this feeling, and it's a feeling that's going to help you connect and attract everything that you want. I'm harmonious, right? Go deeper. Like, I'm going to keep stripping this back. I am harmony. So harmonious is a doing thing. Like, I am harmonious. I am harmony. Can we see that this is what we've got to strip back? This is where we're not doing something, we are. Yeah? So many of you have been wanting your goal so much that you're staying in the doing, in the separation of it, not realizing that this whole time it's already here. So you form this habit of living life like you're getting to a destination, not realizing you already are here. Can we see this? This is everything right here in its simplicity, in its absolute simplicity. There's no need to do, right? You don't need to do more of that. You don't need to chase. You don't need to get, because it's who you are. This whole time, you've been seeking recognition of who you are, trying to find it in the doing, trying to find it in the getting, trying to find it in the intellect. And we've got super people that love taking notes and gathering information. And there's others that are really spiritual and right brain and feel it and still get caught up. You still get caught up, even though you understand this on a feeling level. You get it and you think, why aren't I there yet? Why don't I have that business? Why do I keep doubting myself? So here we are, real intellect, real right brain, yet still doing the same thing. And all that is a disconnect from who you are, which is divine. And in your divinity, you are pure, you are wealthy, you are worthy. And when you now show up from this energy, you will show up as a potent version of you. It's the difference between showing up, for example, to your career or to that next thing that you're going to do to serve, and you will look like you've been doing this forever as a world-class expert. All you've done is plugged in to who you are. And yes, there will be people that will tell you to go step by step, strategy. You got to learn this, you got to do that, you got to show up like this, and it'll take this much time. And this is what happens. I'm peeling all away that intellect. This is not the game I play. If you want to play that game, there are plenty of other people around the world teaching that stuff. I am not that person. I don't care about strategy or intellect or the next step or plan B and C and D. What I care about is being here now from your wish fulfilled, aligned with your perfection, and skipping all these rungs on the ladder of needing to get better and doing all these bazillion things. No. Put that all to the side. That's the stuff that slows it all down. That's the stuff that makes you feel unworthy because you still feel you need to do something to get something, to feel worthy, to have that, to do that, right? Can you see that right here, right now? If you really get this and you stay here and you be here, you are going to receive so much guidance. And when you don't have fear, you're going to take that action without thinking twice. There is no procrastination here. There is no hesitation here. There is no, I can't here. There is no, but I need a better self-image here. None of that lives here. Gosh, I wish I could just inject this right now and just really lift off this illusion of gaining perfection in all the wrong areas. Aligning with your divine is what you've been wanting this whole time. Because you've thought that by having that thing, achieving that goal, you were going to feel more divine. And I'm here to tell you that if you can just be here now and get this now and apply this, that thing you keep craving and desiring to fill this void of wholeness will walk straight in your life because you are a vibrational match to it. And it will come in the most divine way, greater than what you've even thought of. Talk about dancing with the universe. Talk about pure alignment and this power working with and through you because you are hooked up to it. And yes, there will still be people that rationalize and go, yeah, but I need a strategy, but surely it's not just like that. It's just because they've been so habitually in the head, in the intellect, that letting go of that feels like they're losing a part of themselves. It's a surrender. My heart is so full of love right now. I love that. Okay, if you're feeling that right now, then you've opened up more. You've unshackled that stuff. This is exactly it. So you're feeling pure love. Now you're open to receive. If you want to stay in the receptive mode, if you want to allow more abundance in, it's not going to come through frustration or worry. It's not going to come from force or telling. That attracts more of that, right? 101, energy attracts. So if you want to vibrate, if you want to feel whole and successful and complete and worthy and wealthy and beautiful and loved and joy and harmony, these are all who you are, then you're going to have to know the difference of what it feels like when you're connected to who you are and when you're not. Okay? And then what you've got to do is it's not that you have to practice being who you are. Can we start to realize that even in itself, that sounds kind of ludicrous? I have to practice. It's like a baby thinking, I'm going to practice being a baby. No, you've got to unlearn who you thought you were. It's like a baby thinking they're a dog, trying to be a baby again. Just stop thinking that you need to be this version of you. Stop thinking that it's hard. Stop thinking these thoughts that make you feel like you're not who you are. That's how you have a paradigm shift. To me, it's not about changing one thought at a time. It's about aligning with your pure perfection and abundance, radiating that vibration from this place. And that is the truth of who you are. It will pour in. The riches will pour in, the abundance, and it'll pour in without you even thinking of it anymore. Because when you feel you have it, are you thinking of it? Are you thinking like it's away, or are you just so grateful for all that you are and all that you have? Are you in a state of pure gratitude? So gratitude is abundance. Gratitude is the vibration of who you are at your pure state. You beam love and you beam gratitude and you beam wholeness. Fear is not who you are. And if you look at that list that you wrote down yesterday, start to recognize and go, wow, all of these things I've thought were who I am are not even who I am. And it's as simple as making a decision today to unsubscribe from the attachment. Unsubscribe. Like, you know, where you go on YouTube and you can subscribe, right? Or you can unfollow on Instagram, or you can whatever. Can you unfollow doubt? Can you unfollow procrastinate? Unfollow those things. They're not who you are, baby. They never have been. But at some point, you've identified yourself with being those things. And they have been the things keeping away what you've wanted. Okay? Align with your divine really is about coming home. Coming home. And if we just observe as observers, imagine right now you took this bird's eye view of the world, observing all these people from all these countries, from all these doing different things. As an observer of the world, can you quietly and silently realize this is exactly what everyone is seeking? And the more ego that drives a person, the more they're yearning for this. Because they feel they need all that, right? To feel whole. Only to realize that either they're going to crave more to fill this void that's never going to get full. It's just like this Band-Aid that then gets opened up again, and you need even a bigger Band-Aid and a bigger Band-Aid, right? And that serves you if you love to push and do. But it does not serve you if you want to feel love and worthy and whole and complete. And the real truth is, by you connecting to who you are, you can attract even greater abundance and riches from this energy. Why? Because it is the energy of the worlds, of the universe. You're in alignment with your divine. Call it God, call it universe, call it infinite power. You are one with it. It is what creates. It is the power that creates worlds, literally, planet, worlds, things, manifestation. You are now dancing with the flow of all that is. Wow, what a beautiful place to live. So, to me, it's a dance. To me, it's an unlearning of who we're not, and it is alignment with who we are. And I'll give you a clue that'll help you. Follow what brings you the feeling of love. Follow what brings you the feeling of wholeness. And whatever you do, don't confuse the band-aid with wholeness. Don't confuse, let's say, that shiny new bag, thinking that's going to bring you wholeness because you're posting it, and in that moment you're receiving attention, and you love the attention in that moment because it feels so good. Why does it feel so good? Because so often you don't feel so good, that in that moment it just feels so high, and then bang, you're down here again. That is not wholeness. That is a band-aid. Can we see the difference? Now, here's a version of you that feels whole and complete and goes, oh my God, I just love this shop, and I love the smell, and I love how this feels. Oh my God, I just love this so much. And guess what? It is between you and this power, and no one needs to know about it. No impulse in you needs to parade it. No attention is being sought, because you feel whole as you are without seeking validation. Is this hitting home? Tell me what you're thinking. What are you feeling? Let's go deeper. Don't even go with what you're thinking, go with what you're feeling. Does this make sense? Is this resonating with you at some level in your energy, in your vibration? Can we start realizing how much of life has been spent living from ego and fear and not from who we are? Yes. What are you feeling that's happening inside of you right now? What do you feel is coming up right now? I wrote down that I have everything I need. I change it to I am everything I need. Yes, I'm everything. Let's even forget the I need. Oh my God, I am everything. That is so powerful, Lucy. Because not just what you need, it's I am everything. I need adds a limitation. I am everything is everything. In it, I really want to translate this feeling of prosperity and abundance, which is an open energy, and limitation, which puts you in a box. By removing the I need, I am everything I need. Can you feel the limitation with that compared to I am everything? It's an expansive energy. If you want to attract beyond what you need, you're going to have to stay open and expansive without pigeonholing yourself. Does that make sense? I am everything. Yeah, I am everything. I'm an extension of this. I always keep teaching my son, treat the things around you like they are you, because they are you. Respect the things around you because they are an extension of you. They are you. So if you're throwing a book down the ground, that's the energy in how you're being within yourself. That's how you're treating yourself. The way we treat our things, our possessions, and the people in our life is a mirror of what we are doing within ourselves. If we are cold and rude and short and rough and mean and short again, that's the energy of not worthiness. You're beating yourself up hardcore without even knowing it. But if you are in this energy of love and appreciation and joy and beauty and gratitude and positivity, well, that's you hooked up to who you are. And you love this and you love that. Okay. So, this is really the dance between staying connected and open to receiving and being here so rarely that you're letting all the abundance in. And I bet so many of you are just wanting all this abundance to pour into your life. You want these opportunities and you want the dollars and you want the freedom and you want the love to be in abundance and you want the beauty and all that is good and deserving of who you are, because the truth is you do deserve it. You don't need to earn it. You already deserve it. You don't need to prove yourself. You already deserve it. But it's been kept away because you think you've got to earn it or deserve it. You think that you've got to do to align. All you got to do is align. Okay, so let's finish up here. How do we stay here? That's right. The biggest question. Okay, now how do I stay here now? How do I stay plugged into who I am and all that is wonderful and prosperous and open energy where I'm receiving? Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of a hint in this moment in time as you're watching this, and you, whether it's a replay or you're joining now, you can feel my energy. And I just want you to take note, not intellectually, but feel it too. I am in the energy of circulation. I am in the energy of service. Spirit is flowing to and through me, serving in the energy of being open, loving, and receptive. I am in the perfect energy right now to keep receiving more and more prosperity. I am a channel and spirit keeps flowing. As I'm serving, it's flowing. Circulation. That is the sweet spot. So, if you are feeling this love and divinity, but you stop the flow because you don't serve with it, you are not in harmony. You're not going to receive the abundance. Does that make sense? Because when you are connected with your divine, the impulse is to serve. Yeah? If you're a soccer player and it is your love and it aligns you when you do it and you dream it, you got to circulate it by doing it, by being it. If you love it and you think about it, but you're not actually living it, then it's not able to flow to and through you. It'll jam up and you won't be an open channel of receiving. So we want to stay here. And if you want greater abundance, serving is the law. Serving others is the law. So this energy moves to and through you and multiplies. And of course, in its multiplication of going out, what do you receive multiplied back? In love, health, money, success, whatever it is. Okay? So take note. If you are living in that trap of fear, or if you're in alignment. And I trust that with this call, you can now feel the difference. And the key is to stay here. And I love what some of you have typed, because you can see just these little tweaks are the difference between letting way more in or limiting that supply. But staying hidden in the procrastination, in trying to get it right, in all of that, the things you thought are who you are, and now you know they're not who you are, that's just been the fear in the way. That will keep the supply of abundance coming through such a small hole. It's like a keyhole. Why don't you just open all the damn doors and all the windows of abundance by staying plugged in and serving with this power, not because you feel now you need to serve to get what you want, but because it's the most natural, impulse because the energy is moving to and through you because that is its purpose. The trap of fear had caught me. Yes. And you know what I love so much about you, just what you wrote, Stephen, is you wrote had. And that is such a powerful thing. When you acknowledge and become aware of something, you unsubscribe to that. It is now no longer who you are. You unsubscribe to that fear and you move forward now as a more divine version of you. And I'm going to tell you, this is the difference between living and existing. It is the difference between tiptoeing through life and living. Can we see that? It is the difference between walking through life like this and just walking through life like this. It is everything. It is the difference between receiving a little bit and hoping and you're like this. And it is the difference between this. You trust and you feel that wave pouring in. That money, the love, the success, they're not even intellectual things anymore. It's a radiance of who you are because that power is so plugged in. You're connected to like the biggest power plant in the universe. So let's not limit the supply. Let's not limit the abundance. And I can feel that if you really feel this, Stephen, you will feel this plug and you will be and act and serve in greater ways with so much confidence that others will be blown away with what the hell you've done. And you're going to know what you've done and you're not going to teach a strategy because you understand that you got out of the BS that you thought was who you were this whole damn time. And others are going to come to you wanting to feel the same way about themselves because they have been craving their divine self this whole time too. And that's why anyone wants manifestation or coaches or mentors or to get better, because really on the other side, they want to feel this within themselves, whether it's getting better at a sport, whether it's getting better at manifesting, whether it's getting better at training at the gym. You want to get better because on the other side, you feel better about who you are. Okay? And your power needs to come from within. If you're relying on doing that thing to feel that power, you will feel it, but it won't stay. And you're going to still feel you need to keep doing all these things. But when you're plugged in and you're inspired and you do, you're going to live in this wave and be in this energy where what you do just works, where what you do is the best thing you've done, where what you do is like, wow, where did that come from, right? And again, and again, and again, and again, because you're plugged in. And to me, this is the most beautiful place to live because you love yourself, you feel proud of yourself, you're happy as you are. Oh, and yes, you can still have all those beautiful things that you desire, but they don't own you anymore. And they walk in your life because you're no longer resistant to them. And that is how you remove resistance from your life. Now, maybe I don't need to do day 3 because I think we've just covered it all right then and there. So I think tomorrow, what I'm going to do is follow on the next step, which is how to stay here. Okay. So yesterday was recognizing who you thought you were, finding the good in all, no matter if there were things you thought you were, they're still good if you find it, but acknowledging they are not you. Okay. Today is starting to connect to you. And now tomorrow for day 3 is to stay connected to who you are and stay aligned with your divine self. Who's ready for that? Who would love to stay here, connected to your power, connected to your prosperity, because you are all that is good and you feel it flowing so powerfully to and through you. Who's ready for that? Yes, me. I love it. I love it. Okay. Who would love to stay here connected? Ah, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. The other stuff clouds your head. All the stuff you think you need to do. Who would love to just go, I'm already here and I stay here. And yes, it floods in. Okay. Looking forward to that. All right. Awesome. So I want you now, just off this call, spend a few minutes and who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Each and every one of you, sit there. Who am I? Feel and express. Feel and express. Okay. And then if you get an impulse to serve, to get up, to move, you let that power flow through you without justifying, without challenging it, without questioning it, without doubting it, because that's going to try bring you back to who you're not. So connect to who you are, feel who you are, anchor, and let that power flow through you and watch what happens. And you can share the magic tomorrow. There may be something that just blows you away. And that's the magic of where we want to live. Okay. Oh, yes. All right, everybody. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow, same time, to wrap this up and help you apply. All right. Have fun. Take care. Bye.